In New Orleans, Louisiana police warn residents during this final week before Christmas to be wary of Christmas gift stealing bandits. In Florida, a road rage incident leads to a man brandishing a sword. And in Seattle, a man is accused of the killing of 4 people by luring them into the middle of nowhere on the promise of digging up gold. These stories and more are coming at you today, Thursday, December 21st on Real Life Real Crime Daily, and I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
And no Mike Agovino for the second day.
Miko.
Still under the weather.
Under the weather. We hope you get better, bro. And, you know.
He's got what we had a few weeks ago.
Yeah, right. I had it, and I gave it to you.
Yeah.
And then
I gave it to my whole family.
Right. I'm pretty sure I did the same thing, too. So, the true crime time for Thursday.
And we're going to New Orleans, Louisiana. The Big Easy. Nolens.
Crescent City.
The Crescent City. The Big Easy.
The Big Easy.
Nolens police are warning residents to protect their packages from porch pirates on this last week of Christmas.
Porch bandits, not butt bandits. Porch pirates.
That's right, not butt pirates. So, the last week before Christmas is actually the most common time for gifts to be delivered and dropped off from Amazon on your porch, right? Rush. According to NOPD, this kind of property crime is increasing, especially this week, being that it's so close to Christmas. Crime happens all the time during the year, but it does have a higher frequency during the holiday season, and especially the last week before Christmas. That from NOPD Detective James Robertson. Police posted videos of 2 recent thefts on the New Orleans PD YouTube channel. Some people follow delivery trucks. We brought you a story yesterday regarding that. And some people just see the delivery driver drop it and then run straight up and grab it, the detective said. Just last week, as soon as a delivery truck drove from a Gentilly home, which is off of Elysian's Field, y'all, this is in New Orleans, a pickup truck pulled up, a man got out and snatched the package. A neighbor across the street called the theft upsetting. It's not indicative of the area in which we live. The man said, I just think it's a crime of opportunity, and it can happen everywhere. And he hit it right on the head. It's a crime of opportunity, and you can do it fast and all those sorts of things. And they don't even know what's in that box. So it's almost like a mystery box to them. It could be
toilet paper.
It'd be toilet paper or, whatever. So Detective Robinson recommends that if you're expecting a package, it's best for someone to be home to receive it, or if you have it delivered to a safe place like your office, or they have actually Amazon drop boxes in areas now. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So you can have them dropped there where you don't have to worry about them being stolen. He says you can also ask your online retailer to leave the package behind a gate or a bush and try to hide it. Right. The more you secure your packages, the less a thief will want to look at that as a crime of opportunity and steal them. Neighbors in the Gentilly area said they'll use recent package thefts as a learning experience. Fortunately for us, it wasn't something of too much significance, but it just gives you a reminder to keep your eyes open. That was from one of the victims of a theft. If you order from a retailer in your area, have them shipped directly to the store for pickup. I know that a lot of stores do that now, so you can go straight to the store and pick it up. You don't necessarily have to go have the package delivered to your house. I know Office Depot does that for sure. Yeah. If you notice one of your neighbors has a package on the door, give them a call and let them know if they're home and say, hey, you got a package in front. I have noticed even in my neighborhood and neighborhoods around me, people driving around that you don't normally see. I live in a one street subdivision with a cul-de-sac in the back. So anytime someone drives all the way to the back, I notice. Lot of cars lately. Some of that probably holiday people looking at Christmas lights or whatever, but you never know if that's someone just looking to see if packages are on someone's front.
It's really important to establish that relationship with your delivered people, especially if you have a lot of shit delivered. My place in the country, shit, man. Every time I get something delivered, it's got like 5 different addresses on the same property.
Yeah.
But it's at the end of a 2-mile dirt road.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they were just throwing it out in the bushes on the side of the main highway. And I would never know where it was at. So then I told them, I said, you need to start taking fucking pictures of where you drop it at. Because one time they dropped it off back at the mess hall, not where I stay at. Yeah. They had to drive out past my place, go in the back of the property and drop it off back there. I filed a complaint. My shit never showed up, and they resent me my shit again, and I'm back there a couple weeks later, and there's some packages. So
now you got 2 of them,
right? But for the ones that I missed out on, I think that kind of balances out.
I wonder if you could build like a box, a big box or something, lock box to put things in.
People have that now, and another time, really recently, I was waiting on some honey shit to be delivered, and they said it was delivered. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. And I checked everywhere. We checked in the front and the back and the mess hall and everywhere else. And got on social media about it. And somebody was like, oh, then we know that driver, et cetera. And the driver sends a picture where they dropped the shit off on the porch. Well, my fucking house. So now I got my buddies riding around it's in the country, riding around to different places, knocking on neighbors' doors saying, did you get such and such? And it turned out they ended up dropping it off at my dad's old office in the town of Clinton, like 15 miles away.
Yeah.
And so establish that relationship if you can. We're blessed because we have a lot of lifers that help us out on and everything else.
Absolutely.
But, a lot keeps an honest man honest, and people are going to steal. Guess what? Bad people need Christmas presents too.
Yeah.
Right? And they got loved ones and kids and shit like that, and that's how it happens. So.
That's it.
All right. Now, we had a conversation before on Real Life, Real Crime Daily about how you say sword. I say sword. Some people say sword.
I say sword.
Sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. The first time I heard somebody saying sword, I'm like, what the fuck are they saying?
Sword.
I know that a lot of people have done this, a big deal.
Huh.
But let's go to Florida. And a Florida man is behind bars after throwing an object inside another man's vehicle and whipping out a sword during a road rage fight over his revved up engine. Garvacio, Arkansas, how the fuck you say it, Jr., 65, was arrested and charged with ag assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Damage to property, $1,000 or more, and throwing a missile into a vehicle after the altercation that unraveled in Ocala last Friday. The missile. The incident started when the two men were at a traffic light and let me see if I can get this right. Because Mike's not here to correct me.
Right.
ARANCA. Aronsa started to rev his engine. And the victim then confronted him and tried to speak with him through his window. But Aronsa started to drive off. Mm-hmm. The two men proceeded to yell at each other from their cars while driving down Highway 200 when Aronsa threw an unknown object from his car that hit the back door of the victim's car, causing about $1,000 in damage. The incident continued it's not enough, right? And as both parties pulled over and Aronsa got out of his car with a sword in his hand, who the fuck carries a sword, bro? But,
that'll freak you out, right? Though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you get out with a sword, you better. Well, if you get out of a sword with me, you just brought a sword to a gunfight. But anyway, he gets out with a sword in his hand. He got within a few feet of the victim and thrust the sword forward in an attempt to stab him. The victim, who said he was in fear of being hurt, was able to get out of the way and run back to his car before calling 911 a second time. The victim then took a video of parts of the incident in which he shared with deputies. Deputies were able to find Arkansas from the license plate on the vehicle in the video. After visiting the home a second time on Sunday, deputies were able to speak to Arkansas, who said the victim initiated the road rage incident and sideswiped his car. He claimed he was also in fear of his life as the victim pointed a gun at him, which was proven to be false, according to Aaron's wife, who said she never saw a firearm. So she was in the car too. When deputies, what do you think? your wife would think about. If you think you're driving down the road, you and Wendy, and you whip out a sword in a road rage. Not
Put that sword up.
Put that sword up. God damn it. Yeah. All right. Anyway, when deputies asked Arkansas why he didn't call 911 during the incident, he said he didn't need to because the victim advised he was calling 911.
There you go.
You don't have to, I didn't have to call 911 because he said he was calling.
Why is it on me?
Yeah, right. Why is it on me to report myself? I thought it was. First of all, what the hell was the missile thing? He throws out there. I have never heard that charge, throwing a missile and whatever.
That's insane.
People get so stupid on the road over nothing.
They really do. And look, I am the first, y'all, I live, or our recording studio here is right on the corner of two little roads. And people come by with them loud ass mufflers constantly. And it just drives me nuts. I'm the world's worst. So I get it that it's aggravating, but I ain't pulling no sword out.
Yeah. And throwing a missile at them.
And throwing a missile.
And then revving your engine and running down the street and chasing them. Whatever.
Well, they just had right here in Livingston Parish, within the last couple of months, they had a road rage incident where a big muscled up dude jumped out of his car and went up to another car over a road rage incident. And that guy shot him dead. Yep. And he was not charged because the guy opened his door. He opened the guy's door to beat his ass. And the guy said, I got something for you, and shot his ass.
Yeah. And you got a right to defend yourself. And your car, in the state of Louisiana, your car is an extension of your home. Yeah. And a man has a right to defend his castle.
Yeah. But all of that over something that was probably you cut me off at a red light.
I mean, look, I've certainly cursed people or whatever, but I'm not pulling pistols.
Yeah. You one decision away from.
By the way, I always have a pistol by my right foot. So you ever want to pull a sword on me, it'd be the last sword that you ever pull.
Be like Indiana Jones,
right? Yeah. That's got to be one of the best scenes in any movie or whatever. That dude's
slinging all the sword stuff,
and he thinks he's going to do his whip. He just pulls the pow.
That was it.
Hey, y'all, let me tell you about Gobble. All Gobble meal kits are pre-prepped. That means less work for you and less waste in your kitchen. Their meal kits include everything you need so you can save time at the store or just skip that trip entirely. I got the box in and I had 3 different meals. I had a Kung Pao chicken, crispy fish tacos, and a beef bourguignon, however you say it. But let me tell you about the classic beef bourguignon. Look, it came with beef pot roast and a beef broth concentrate, red wine demi-glaze, cremini mushrooms, cipollone onions, mashed potatoes, baby carrots, and rosemary thyme butter. It was so easy to make. Literally like 15 minutes it took Cindy. And let me tell you something. All the dishes were fire, but this thing was like a taste explosion in my mouth. It's just unreal. We've got to spend more time together and more time doing the things we love because everything came in this one single box right to my door. So see what a difference Gobble will make for your household. Right now, they're offering my listeners a fantastic limited time deal. You get $120 off across 4 boxes plus free shipping and free cookies. And let me tell you, those cookies, I ate one that was sin baked and it was delicious. Go to gobble.com/real life. That's GOBBLE.com/real life for $120 off your first 4 boxes. This offer is not available on the home site, so don't miss out. This is genius. It's taste explosions in your mouth like you never had. Hey ladies, are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? Well, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living in our environment right now. It's in your food, your water, the air you breathe, the clothes you wear, your skincare products. They all mess with your hormones. Then there's the natural hormone changes your body goes through, premenopause, menopause. And while it's a natural process, it doesn't mean you have to suffer through it. The good news is you don't have to suffer through it anymore because now you have Hormone Harmony, a formula made only with herbal ingredients that are shown to reduce hormonal symptoms in women of all ages. Hormone Harmony is not just a hormone support and supplement, it's become a phenomenon. Women can't stop talking about it on social media. A bottle of Hormone Harmony is sold every 24 seconds. And the biggest benefit? Well, my wife says it makes her feel like her own self again. And that's what women mention over and over in the reviews. And there are over 30,000 reviews for Hormone Harmony. And for a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC for 15% off today. That's happymammoth.com and use code RLRC.
Yeah. So we're going to get a little bit more serious here, and we're going to tell you, we're going to bring you to Seattle, and we're going to tell you a crazy story right here. A man who was arrested 2 years ago on suspicion of killing a woman has been charged with 3 additional counts of murder after he lured victims into the woods by telling them he wanted their help to dig up some stolen gold. So Richard Bradley Jr. was charged with killing Michael Goman, Michael Goman's son Vance, and Emilio Matern. He had already been charged on suspicion of killing Brandy Blake, who died from blunt force trauma. Bradley was reportedly just weeks away from heading to court for Blake's murder trial. Blake went missing on May 5th of 2021 after she met up with Bradley and his wife at a hotel because Bradley asked her to help him sell some gold he had stolen. Blake and Bradley drove to a Walgreens in her Mustang, and later that day, Bradley drove her car to a hotel, but she said she was not in the vehicle with him. Blake won $20,000 from a casino shortly before she disappeared on May 21st of 2021, and police executed a search warrant at Bradley's RV and uncovered several pounds of drugs, 3 guns, 1,000 Percocet pills, and a receipt from the Walgreens he and Blake went to. 5 days later, investigators discovered Blake's body face down in a shallow, poorly covered grave. Detectives found a pickaxe, shovel, and hotel room key near Blake's body. Matern's girlfriend told police she heard Bradley talk to Matern because he needed help digging up some buried gold in Auburn, which is outside of Seattle. Matern was carrying $15,000 in cash when he disappeared in July of 2019. Investigators also discovered 3 ribs about 30 feet from Blake's body. Those remains were identified as Matern's. Goman and Lakely were fatally shot in March of 2021, and their bodies were found close to the same park where Blake and Matern's remains were located. Goman came into a large amount of money not long before he and his son were killed. Goman and Lakely both sustained gunshot wounds to the head. Bradley convinced the victims to come to the woods to dig up gold, killed them, and stole their vehicles. And he is also now facing arson and firearm charges. Wow. But what a scheme, you know.
I bet you he saw that girl win that $20,000 casino, and then and then the other guy had 15 grand cash on him. So that's his MO. But you're right. I know you're a huge treasure guy.
Well, I'd love to dig up some gold.
I would go dig up gold with you.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to go with some asshole I just met
that stole it.
That stole it.
You know, this ain't. I found some gold in some dirt. I think there might be more. This is I stole gold and buried it, and now I want to dig it up.
But you come along with me, and I'm gonna give you part of the proceeds.
Yeah. Why not just dig it up yourself?
Serial killer. I mean, basically, he's a serial killer.
100%.
And evidently been doing it for a minute. You got ribs that are all that are left of the one guy.
And they found all of these bodies in the same spot.
This is his dumping zone.
His dumping zone, and it was all the same MO, what he would lure them out there with. So it was like we were talking about in our prior episode from yesterday. He got away with it once, and he kept doing it.
Absolutely. And then no such thing as perfect crime, as evidenced by him leaving behind a hotel key and the Walgreens receipts and all that. But Wow.
And all these people coming into money recently.
Right.
So keep your trap shut if you come into money.
Yeah.
Would be the first.
So
indicator.
that's why Mike's not really here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to tell you a really crazy freaking story now. I want anybody out there to message us and let us know if you've ever heard anything as crazy as this. So a 31-year-old man stands accused of fatally striking a pedestrian in Dallas and then driving around with the victim's body in his car over the weekend. On Saturday, on the Saturday December 16th, at approximately 11:13 p.m., officers responded to a restaurant parking lot after a caller reported a vehicle with extensive damage. The reporting party observed a driver who appeared to be slumped over the steering wheel. At the scene, an officer noticed a human body with no signs of life in the front passenger seat of the gray Kia Forte. And according to the statement, the officer told the driver, who is Nestor Joel Lujan Flores, to exit the car and brought him in for questioning. Emergency personnel also responded to the parking lot and pronounced the victim dead at the scene. Flores told police he thought he struck an animal in Dallas. Right? Police learned there had been a crash in Dallas. Investigators believe the impact was so severe that the pedestrian was thrown inside the vehicle and came to rest in the passenger seat.
Holy smokes.
Now, it's common when people get, and I worked a lot of them, they would get hit and you rolling into the windshield. Remember when Duck was here, he was telling us about what's his name, ran over the dude and landed in the windshield, and they actually had him that night.
Yeah.
But didn't know he'd killed someone. So they'd roll up and it hit the windshield. But you hit the windshield with such force that you land in the passenger seat.
Yeah, you go through that sucker.
And then you just drive off. So the Dallas County Sheriff's Office informed the White Settlement Police Department that they found human remains near the crash site that might match the victim's body, which means you got smoked, y'all. The other thing, when people get hit, the first thing that they lose is their shoes, then their shirts. But so the Dallas County Medical Examiner's Office and the Tarrant County's Medical Examiner's Office will work together to positively identify the remains. After killing the victim, police believe Flores drove approximately 38 miles from the original crash scene in Dallas to White Settlement. Flores failed to seek help and did not report the fatal accident. And he arrived in the restaurant parking lot sometime between 8 and 9 on December 16th. Police seized the vehicle and will send all recovered evidence. Remember, the victim left body parts at the initial crash scene to the Dallas County Sheriff's Office. And they're searching this asshole's blood and all that. And he's in jail on manslaughter charges, right? Plano police previously arrested Flores in 2020 for driving while intoxicated, which he was convicted of in 2021. But how fucked up do you have to be?
It's crazy.
Hit somebody so hard, they come through the windshield and they land. Your car's all fucked up. Remember the person that called in was like, "Hey, man, this car's like really messed up," and there's a dude passed out.
Well, he bust the whole windshield out.
Yeah, and the dead body's sitting beside you.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You can't make that up.
No, you can't.
And just keeps driving down the road?
Just keeps driving 38 miles.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. Cancel Christmas.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Used to live there, had an apartment.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Crazy. Well, we brought you a story yesterday on pancakes and somebody killing somebody over pancakes. And apparently this is, these kill somebody over nothing situations just keep on coming. And we're going to bring you to our favorite county, which is Pinellas.
Right.
How about Pinellas Park, Florida?
Right. Y'all, we do not search out Pinellas County crimes. They just pop the F up.
They got a lot of crazy crimes for sure. And a Florida man has found himself behind bars after he smothered his nephew's meatball sandwich with eyedrop solution because he hated him that day.
Lord.
Yep, because he hated him that day. That was his words when they asked him why. James Leach was arrested and charged with poisoning of food or water after the incident that happened in Pinellas Park on Wednesday. The 45-year-old was at a business and asked an employee for a bottle of eye drops, saying he had dry eyes. The employee told police that Leach was a regular customer and was having issues with his nephew, who was the victim. Leach reportedly made it a point to tell the employee that he hated his nephew that day. When the employee handed the bottle of eye drops to Leach, he opened up one of the containers of food and poured solution all over his nephew's meatball sandwich.
Right in front of the employee?
Right in front of the employee.
Yeah, dumbass.
The witness stated that could hurt someone, and Leach responded by saying it would only cause his nephew to shit himself and puke his brains out.
To me, that's, she just say you can murder someone.
Yeah.
That hurt one.
Oh, and it's only going to cause him to shit himself.
But I hate that motherfucker.
But I mean, if you're going to eat a meatball sandwich and it's soaked in eye drop solution, you would think you would touch it and it'd be so soggy, you'd be like, something's wrong.
Got the sauce on them, most of them, the marinara sauce. I don't. You know what?
I mean,
I don't know what
crazy.
the eye drops taste like, because now I'm certainly never going to taste. But we had another story about this before, where the guy would poison his wife or something. With eye drop stuff, and we were like, what the heck? Yeah. So maybe they need to add like a rotten egg smell, like they do to propane or whatever.
Yeah,
eye drops. So your meatball sandwich smells like a rotten ass egg. Don't eat it. Okay.
Well, according to this guy, it only make him shit himself and puke his brains out. So police, they got called and they obtained surveillance footage that showed Leach taking the bottle of eye drop solution and pouring it on that sandwich. It was all on camera. Officials were able to snag his address using the business computer system due to prior purchases and deliveries where Leach and his nephew both live. The nephew told police that he only ate a small portion of the sandwich and didn't know his uncle had poured eye drop solution on it. I don't know how he didn't know that. He ultimately refused medical treatment. Police said Leach and his nephew have a long history of domestic-related incidents, plus several prior calls for service at their home. Leach was taken into custody and transported to the Pinellas County Jail, where he remains on a $50,000 bond. Pinellas County, eye drop solution. So he's sitting there next to his cellmates, and they're like, "What you in for?" I poured eye drop solution on a meatball sandwich because I hated my nephew.
Exactly. And I assume this guy's not an optometrist or whatever, so they need to go, as a detective, I would go search all his devices before he Googled, if he can clear search history, how to kill your nephew or how to poison someone where it can't be traced.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they're on the case with that.
Yep.
But there you go. Another
getting done. Crazy.
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking, is this like a pharmacy or something, or maybe a convenience store where you can get both
I think it's
meatball?
me like
you
it
can
was
get a meatball sandwich and eye drops at the same time.
Yeah, it could be. Could be they have like hot plates and stuff, and it was just a little corner grocery store.
Probably so. All right. Well, let me take you to a more famous national chain. And for the record, I want y'all to know, the whole thing about police and eating donuts, I wasn't that guy. Although sometimes at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd go in and get a cup of coffee, and it'd be like, "Hey, Krispy Kreme man just came. You want this box of donuts from yesterday?" I didn't have any money. I was like, "Yeah, I eat them." But anyway, hanging out to the donut shop was never my jam. But in this story, listen to this. Police have arrested 3 Dunkin' Donuts employees after they threatened a customer at the drive-thru in northeast El Paso. Police also recovered 3 guns during the arrest. About 8:35 p.m. on Saturday, who the fuck gets a donut at 8:35 p.m.? 8:35 p.m. on Saturday, police received a disturbance call concerning a subject with a weapon. When officers arrived at Dunkin' Donuts, they learned that a 41-year-old man had gone through the drive-thru with his girlfriend. Police said the girlfriend tried to order donuts. The woman told police that the employee was rude. And when she asked to speak to the manager, the employee on the other end of the intercom said he was the manager. using explicit language. Police said the woman drove toward the drive-thru window when one employee walked out the back of the store, followed by 2 other employees, right? It's posse. During the altercation, the 3 employees brandished handguns. Now,
All
I don't
3
know
of
how
them.
much they paying at the Dunkin' Donuts, but the cheapest pistol you can get is like $400. So there's $1,200 worth of firearms.
Yeah.
Police also said one of the 3 employees chambered around. Well, that shows you they're an inexperienced bitch because you should always have the round chambered. Then pointed the gun at the male customer, said, "Y'all gonna die." And so, that didn't really work out for him. Police have arrested 17-year-old Jesus Dominguez, 20-year-old Luis Arturo Dominguez, and 19-year-old Elijah Richard Garcia. And all were charged with ag assault and given a $100,000 bond.
Wow. And look, we're going
with the Dunkin' Donuts people.
We're going to post the picture of these 3 thugs online.
Right.
And when you see them, they don't exactly look like intimidating. I see why they all roll with guns.
I wouldn't buy donuts from them. So y'all check this out on Real Life Real Crime.
Look like they all been playing Super Mario Brothers.
And look, we have a bunch of Real Life Real Crime Facebook pages, but I want everybody to start going. If you like Real Life Real Crime Daily, if you listen to us, I assume you do. Go check out all the shit Jim posts every day on there, and Mike about these stories and these dudes. I ain't buying donuts for them.
Yeah.
I'm afraid they might put their dick in the donut or something instead of buying a gun. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not too intimidating people. So we'll post that on there and go check that out.
El Paso.
Yeah, El Paso, Texas. But there are a lot of people that get donuts at night.
Really?
Yeah, man,
Like
it's
at
a thing.
8:45 at night?
Yeah, they got people to go at midnight.
I've gone at 4:00 in the morning in my young years or whatever to the old Krispy Kreme off Plank Road.
Yeah.
On the way home from Baton Rouge to Clinton. But I mean, like,
You remember?
why would you go get donuts at night?
Well, you remember back when we were in
really
college,
eat
they had like Coffee Call right
Yeah,
there at LSU.
Coffee Call
They'd
or
have
Louis.
beignets there.
Louis.
Yeah. Louis.
I can remember that, but
Yeah.
that. I mean, every time I went there, I was fucked up. It was like 3:00 in the morning, not 8:45 at night.
Well, y'all let us know, listeners. Y'all let us know on Facebook
there
if
must
you
be
go
a man for they had 3
at night
employees.
to get.
at
That's
8:45
right.
at night.
3 employees. They busy, I guess. Look, 3 gun-toting employees. How about that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're ready for anything.
Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight, and that's exactly what I wanted feeling. Hey, y'all, I ordered a super cool piece. It's a candle with a sculpture of LSU's Tiger Stadium on top of it. And each officially licensed laser cut wooden replica features up to 4 layers of detail, creating a bird's eye view of a specific football field, seating section, and more. And every label includes your stadium's name, the team's logo, and school location. And it has a coconut, soy, vegan wax infused with sandalwood smell that creates tailgates and touchdown scent profile, reminiscent of game day. It's invigorating like fresh cut grass and nostalgic like smoke from a pre-game grill, and calming like the crisp autumn air of a new semester on campus. Y'all, I love it. I have it at the base of my TV, and I'm ready to watch the Tigers play on Saturday night, right? Uncommon Goods. Look, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. They even have gifts you can personalize. From holiday hosts and hostess gift to the coolest finds for kids to hits for everyone from the book lovers to diehard sports fans. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not the same old selections you can just find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3 million to date. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/RLRC. That's uncommongoods.com/RLRC for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, We're all out of the ordinary.
This is Scott Campbell from the Stupid Things for Love podcast. I have a 7-year-old son, and the biggest mountain I climb every day is trying to put shoes on this child. And I'm so grateful to Skechers for making the only shoes my son will willingly put on by himself. Their slip-ons are amazing, and he doesn't have to deal with laces. He doesn't have to deal with anything. They come in the perfect color blue. Thank you, Skechers, the comfort technology company. And you can find Skechers everywhere. Skechers.com, a Skechers store, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Yes.
A mile high crime.
And y'all, I know we're about to get a plethora of them because everybody's going to grandma's house and shit.
That's right.
And flying all over the country. But here, lay this one on us, Jim Chapman.
All right, so we're going to bring you to Louisville. And Louisville Airport Police have arrested a man who drove through a fence at a UPS complex.
Okay.
So the man was arrested after he breached that gated fence at a UPS employee checkpoint in the Muhammad Ali International Airport. This was late Sunday night. It happened just before midnight. And that's when officers with the Louisville Airport Police responded to reports that someone had driven through the fence and onto Ramp 9, where he was driving out of control and struck 2 tug vehicles occupied by one UPS employee, causing damage to both vehicles. Police said the suspect, 30-year-old Vladimir Santos, doesn't speak English, and a UPS employee helped police with the language barrier. Right. Santos appeared extremely intoxicated. You could have told me that. And was unable to stand without assistance. So he was really drunk. Police said the interpreter told them Santos admitted to drinking about a liter of alcoholic beverage and said, "Just kill me," several times before he was helped into a police cruiser where he passed out from vomiting. So this dude was smashed. Yeah. Police said he blew a .159 on a portable breathalyzer, and about 40 minutes after, he was taken into custody. So Santos is now facing, obviously, a slew of charges. He's being held at Louisville Metro Corrections until his scheduled court appearance. So his Christmas is not going to be too fun.
Christmas has been canceled.
Christmas has been canceled for this gentleman,
Santa Claus
Vladimir.
said you were naughty.
He was definitely naughty.
You're not getting anything, little boy.
He said, "Just kill me."
Just kill him. And the problem with that is he didn't even have a sword or a pistol. He could have gone to Dunkin' Donuts first and robbed one of those guys for the pistols.
You know, and it said he was helped in the police cruiser where he passed out after. So he vomited in the police cruiser.
I used to tell people when I arrested him.
Would that piss you off or what?
I would tell them they'd be high or drunk or whatever. And be like, "Listen, I'm gonna put you in my shit, and this is my office. I spend more time in this vehicle than I do my own home. Do not piss, shit, or throw up in my shit. Do not kick it. Do not do whatever, or I'm gonna give you your issue, right?" And then I've had people throw up and shit and everything. That's and then you got to ride all the way to jail with your window down, smelling that shit, and then you got to get some poor ass. I've had trustees that clean their shit and be like, "Call a trustee now," and the trustee will walk out and see the shit or the vomit. And they're like, "Fuck it, swing me. Send me in the hole. I don't need to be a trustee. I'm not cleaning that shit up." And they had to get some other dude that wanted to be a trustee to do it.
Holy crap. Crazy. Yeah, man, that's bad shit right there.
I don't know.
No pun intended.
Right?
Crazy.
So, with that.
Yeah.
Plans for Thursday. Y'all, I told you the last one was a great one you got yesterday. Wait until you hear this one. So, SWAT team members. I did that for a long time. But while SWAT team members were searching, this lady's, all right. First of all, they go out on a search warrant, y'all. And obviously, they have probable cause to do the search warrant. It was a drug search warrant. And they get to this place. And so when you hit a place, first thing you go in is you clear it. It takes like 30 30 seconds to clear a whole house. Then you come do a secondary sweep to make sure nobody's hiding under the beds and shit. And then you do your searches.
Right.
So they're there naturally search for narcotics. So they were searching in a backpack that belonged to this chick. So while SWAT team members were searching her backpack, where they discovered meth and other narcotics, Ariella Messina had one request of the law enforcement. And
What could that be?
Don't take my deal today. 27-year-old.
I mean, that's reasonable.
Right? I really want to take your next deal. The 27-year-old Messina made this plea after investigators found a blue vibrator in her backpack. The backpack also contained Messina's driver's license and a necklace with the name Ariella on it, her name. I'm sure Mike's screaming in the microphone at his house saying, "You've mispronounced her, Woody." But anyway, by asking for her sex toy, police declared Messina made it apparent that the backpack was hers and she was aware of the contents inside, which I told you, meth and a bunch of other shit. During the execution of a search warrant early Tuesday morning at a residence in Jensen Beach, Florida, cops seized cocaine, meth, drug paraphernalia, probably glass sticks, and brass knuckles, which are illegal everywhere. And Messina was one of 5 individuals arrested at the scene. Common, you hit places like that, you got 20 people in there, they're all dopers using and somebody's selling. But in addition to her adult toy, police found a substance that tested positive for meth and muscle relaxants for which she did not have a prescription. At the time of her arrest, Messina was on probation in connection with a 2022 conviction for possession of cocaine, ecstasy, and marijuana. And the drug court's records show that those drugs were locked inside a safe in Messina's residence. So she's a freaking flyer. And naturally, she's booked into jail on all those felony drug counts. But this is the key part of the story. The whereabouts of Messina's dildo are not known as the
Uh-oh. She can be mad. And look, hey, that's crazy. And a chick rolling with brass knuckles and a dildo at the same time.
All she had to do when they get to the book sack, there's 5 other people in the home. I mean, naturally, nobody's normally would admit to the drugs and be like, whose dope is this? Not mine, not mine, not mine. Then you take them all to jail and charge them the same charge. This stupid chick, she's like, they get to the backpack. All she had.
Yeah, she didn't care about the dope. Just don't take my
deal.
And that's the second story we've done lately where these chicks rolling around with the vibrators in their purse.
And she's blessed us with the picture. She's a pretty girl. Yeah. And she didn't have the faces of meth yet. She's young.
It's coming for her.
So. Anyway, another good kinky crimes.
Heck's going on? Look, they rolling with them in their purses now, right? Woody.
Got to stay armed.
You never know when you might need it, I guess. Might be on the beach.
On the beach, right? Yeah, it's funny.
Look, a couple of quick announcements. Of course, next week is the week before Christmas and New Year's. So we're gonna have a new episode coming at you.
It's the week of.
The week of, yes. So we're gonna have a episode coming at you on Friday that's brand new. We're gonna have a brand new episode for you. Not Monday of next week, but Tuesday. We normally drop on Monday. Obviously, that's Christmas. So we are dropping the day after Christmas. Right. So that Tuesday, the 26th, we're going to drop Real Life Real Crime Daily, but it'll be a current new episode. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to drop some specials for you.
Tune in and listen.
You're going to love them. They're going to be some best of episodes that you're absolutely going to love.
Yes.
Then New Year's Day will hit. That will be the following Monday. We're not going to drop that day, and we'll be back on a regular schedule after that.
Right.
So just to give you a heads up that, hey, you're going through these holidays, it doesn't mean you have to miss out on your true crime fix.
Yeah, you're laying around.
We're going to be rolling.
Sucking on that turkey leg.
That's it. Watching some football, maybe.
Or if you're out, it's not, what do they call the shopping day after Christmas, where everybody goes to return shit.
Oh,
and gets the sales.
I don't know what they call
If
that.
you're out doing that, put it in your earbuds, and then there's a term for it, I can't remember. But that's and I can promise you won't see Woody Overton in the stores. But Merry Christmas, y'all. We're gonna do another episode, like Jim said, and we'll talk a little bit more Christmas. Maybe we'll call it a Christmas episode. And your real life, real crime story coming up is about a murder on Christmas time. So
That's right. Look for that.
love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please continue to like and share and tell everybody about us. And
hopefully Mike will be healthy enough to join us for the next few episodes. And all of that. So, any final thoughts?
I do not believe so.
Until next time, I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
And for Mike Agovino, we're your host of Bloody. Oops. We are not.
Yeah, we are. And hey, because he always says that you have to do a shameless plug. So let's do a shameless plug. Let's do our opening for living.
Okay.
So you start it.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jim Chapman.
And I'm Woody Overton.
Your host of Bloody,
Angola.
a podcast 142 years in the making.
Complete story of America's bloodiest prison.
Peace. We just did that to piss Mike off. Y'all have a good one.
Right.